Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
I'm Mike.
And today, Sunday Funday. So what are we doing today for Sunday Funday? Today's episode is brought to you by Roman Carter. He actually made this suggestion because when we did the, I don't know if he wanted to see it, but I liked his idea. So when we did the holidays, he's like, I would rather just drink these two because they're cheaper. So we put the Holiday Soft Wheat Bottled in Bond. We got this for $66.99. Against the Ben Holiday Bottled in Bond, we got this for $60.99. Up against Four Roses Single Barrel that we have, which this actually, this has been placing well in a few of our blinds. We got this for $49.99. And we ran out, because Mike drank it all, of the Jack Daniels Bonded. But we do have the Jack Daniels Bottled in Bond. We got this for a liter, $32.99. So we'll put this so you can see my gorgeous face during this episode. But we have no idea. So normal mash mix-up rule. Thank you for your suggestion, by the way.
I think there's going to be 4 different tastes in this one.
I think it is too, but I liked his idea. I said, that's a great idea. And in fact, we have another one bouncing off this idea. Because a couple people gave me ideas during this. But I like this because I said, you know, it is good. Because these are 2 cheaper ones that have a banging flavors. So we're going to see what happens. Normal mash mix-up rules. Mike pours them out of the room. He leaves the room. I shuffle them up. We will be drinking the same thing at the same time. You will be seeing what we're drinking, and we're going to be guessing what we're drinking. So we'll see what happens. I don't know exactly what's going on the right side of the table over here, but
I'm looking at it like
we're going to start with glass number 1. You poured them.
Yeah, I don't know.
They do seem heavy, but you poured them.
I always go to the bottom line of yours.
I don't know. I didn't pour them.
That's my theory.
I'm just here to drink them. I'm not here to pour them. I can't do it all. This one, you know, I think I should be able to because I am a master at this game. I'm hoping I can be able to pick out at least the Jack. You know,
right now I don't think this is the nose of the Jack.
No.
If you want my small.
Mm-hmm. It's been a minute since we had the Four Roses, but I know this is placed well in the blinds, and that's actually very good, though. I don't think I'm going to dislike any of them. I agree with the idea, the fact that, I mean, I don't know how big this distillery is. They don't ship everywhere. We can't get these in Massachusetts. I had to have these brought back from Oklahoma, but because when Steve went there.
It's pretty oaky.
But it's very good. Whatever it is, it's very good. I really wanted to see how they did in the blind, because I know we like these two. So we'll see what happens.
I know the Four Roses always does well.
Yep.
That has a pretty good oak finish. I'm not disappointed.
I didn't think we were going to dislike any of them.
I didn't mean it by that way. I just, I think they're going to be 3 or 4 distinct different flavors is what I'm thinking. Well, the other day last Sunday,
whether we can pick them.
Last Sunday they were all pretty damn close to the same flavor.
Yeah.
This time, in my head, I think they're going to be 3 distinct flavors.
Well, we will see. We're going to move on to glass
see.
number 2. I will say glass number 1 was actually very good.
This nose
drinking it by
different.
Itself. We started off well. I agree with you. You did pour a little bit heavier than normal.
They didn't, though. It's right to the bottom of your little scarf thing.
Maybe I'm just getting weak. That's a possibility.
This has a different nose.
Yes, welcome. Welcome, Jack. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah?
I think I'm getting a hint of the banana hasn't come through, but I'm definitely getting a nut.
Yeah, no, you say that because there is banana, and I don't usually get banana. I'm going to put a J there just for...
Instant sweetness as soon as it hits your tongue. That's going to be a tough one to beat, man. You know what? I guess...
Seems like it's drinking a little hotter.
Oh, I don't.
Even though they're all
right around 100.
They're all 100.
Yeah, they're all 100 actually, because this is 100 and this is 100. Yeah. So they're all at the same proof. That one just brings a super sweetness in the very front. You get that. There's a huge sweetness. I'm not getting a ton of banana. I was getting a little bit of a nut right off the bat, though. That banana's going to come out on a flavor, though. You got a huge sweetness.
More oak in one. They're pretty close.
I like that a smidge better. I'm going to see your oak and raise your oak. I think there might be more oak in too. It finishes better. It has a better viscosity. It had a nice fruity front with a nice caramel middle, and it finishes with a nice oaky finish. I'm actually liking that one. A smidge better than one. Just me.
It is a smidge, if anything.
Yep. We're going to see when we come back, but as of coming this way, I like it just a smidge better. Now, I'm not thinking I can predict which bottle is which, because, again, we just recently cracked the other two, and in my head, I think the red wheat should beat the bottle and bond, because I thought it had more flavor, but that's what happens when you do it in your head. It never comes out that way.
But that is just, yeah.
You know? That's funny, because I am now getting a fruit out of this that I don't know what this is. This could be, who knows? There's a different smell in this one, too.
There is.
There's a whole different taste in it.
I was going to say a whole different end taste in this as well.
What the heck was that? Oh, I didn't hate that at all, though, whatever this is. That was totally different, though. This is way different than what I was expecting.
It's definitely way different.
You coming off at 2, this is way different. There was almost a chocolate granola bar. I'm almost getting like, you know those dips? Like when you get the chocolate granola bar on the inside? I'm almost getting like a chocolate granola bar in this one. Good God.
I'm not disappointed with this
one.
I'm
not getting a banana. Yeah, I can't rule out the fact that this could be Jack Daniels and one on the way back. There was like are you getting a chocolate out of this? I'm getting a hint of like a chocolate. Really get that. You know the dips? Like when you get the chocolate chip ones or something like that, and you get the chocolate coating on the outside? That's what it tastes like to me.
I'm going to put that one right up there.
That has a decent viscosity, too.
I'm not sure.
That is different. That's definitely going up in my three-way tie for first. That's actually very good, too. That's why I like this idea, because so far there's not one that's not good. But there's 2 on the table that are way cheaper, you know? That's the key. Go to lucky number 4. Ooh, that one fell right off. That one fell right off. Whatever that one was. That's got like 0.5% hang time right there. Like that one drank quick.
It does.
Like it's almost. I don't want to say water-esque, but I'm going with water-esque. You know what I mean? Like that drink. That
today, gone tomorrow.
You taste it, it's gone. Like that. There was almost zero finish on that one. Especially compared to the other 3. Like the hang time isn't there compared to the other 3. And you're not getting that wild ride. You're getting that flavor. It's almost what I like to say like a one note, where you're getting that bourbon-esque flavor. It held on better on the second sip. Maybe it's because I'll blame you rinse your mouth. You got some residual water that sits in there, and maybe it thinned it out a little bit more. It wasn't bad on the second sip as much. But I still think I got to bring it back a little bit. I think I got 2 and 3 as my front runners, and I got 1 and 4 hanging back a little bit. But they were all very close.
This one doesn't hold as much as anything, really.
All right. It held a little bit better than the first sip, but it definitely still seemed like it fell off. We'll see when we come back. That's why I like to go left to right, right to left, because that's going to be the front runner. We're going to start with that one. We'll see what it actually comes off of after we cleanse our palate. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. It'll be 1 second for you. However many minutes for us. We'll take a break, cleanse our palate. We'll be back in a minute. So we are back. We're going to start on the right, work our way left. We're talking food. We're hungry over here. Yeah, so there's the nose. It's funny when you let them sit for a while how much they actually open up all the time. This goes to all of you that said, oh, let it, we should open them up and let them sit. Yep, we should. But that fresh crack is something, too.
It's been sitting.
Oh, this has got a nice caramel nose now.
It does have that. I was going to say that, but...
And it's funny, once you cleanse your palate and you ate a little something and you got it out of there, it's holding even better.
It is. It's definitely holding on right now.
I mean, we'll see how much longer these hold, but it had a little finish on that one.
It does.
It wasn't extravagant by any means, but...
I don't know. I have to move that up a little bit. It's not as water-esque as it seemed on the way through.
No, and we're going to see as soon as we jump into this next one. I'm going to leave it mid-run, and we're going to see, because we're going to build off of that one anyways now. I mean, that was the same thing with glass number one. It's kind of unfair when you do glass number one because you got nothing to compare to, So we'll see what glass number 3 is.
It says a different nose.
It does, and it still does, and I'm still trying to get. Although I'm still with like a dips, man. I'm still getting like a granola smell. I'm not getting the chocolate as much as I did on the way in, but I'm still getting like that caramel granola oaty smell in there.
I'll go with oaty sweetness.
Yeah, I'm still kind of getting it. Let me see if I get the chocolate on the taste. Now, just let me state. You go from 4 to 3. The oiliness with the viscosity, the whole coating of that is 10 times better.
Like 2-3 flavors going down.
100%. So, again, it tasted good on its own, but the minute we drank 3, leaps and bounds. It's not even in the same realm. Not even in the same realm. Like this coats way better. And it's thicker going down. And this one's actually very good too.
A totally different flavor, but multiple flavors as well. That's definitely above 4.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that. So just for fun, I didn't point it out. You may see the bottles are different now. This is what I thought when we talked about it just as soon as we shut the camera off. I think it's 4 Roses maybe. That was my initial guess. And then Jack, the soft wheat, and then a bottle of Vaughn. And Mike actually had the same thing written down.
I have that written down, and I'm like, so I was toying between 2 others, but now that we're going that way,
I don't care.
The only difference, maybe, I don't know here, if 2 and 4 are going to be switched.
Well, I will say this. No matter what it is, 3 dominates 4.
3 is definitely.
It's not even a question. Right there. Yep. That's funny because I am getting 0 of the banana and all that stuff again off this one. It's like what I got on the way here. So we may move the bottles anyways, but
I might get a light banana in this one.
There was a huge sweetness with
more than I was getting in 4, but I usually get more nut. And I'm not getting a huge nut in this one either.
There's going to have to be some knick-knacking going on. But what I was smelling in the beginning, there was a huge sweetness as soon as it hits your tongue, though. Whatever this is, this has a great fruity sweetness in the front. I'm not getting the nut bread I normally get.
I'm not even going there. If anything, remember I bought that little bag of those little looking stupid banana things that were like a hard candy? I'm almost getting like that kind of
the banana runts.
If that's what they're called, I don't know.
That's what it was. There's a huge sweetness with that one. That's going up with 3. I'm gonna have to drink them back to back.
3 drinks to me a little bit hotter, and not in a bad way. It just
no. When you're at 100 proof and saying hotter, that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? When you're in the 120s and you're saying that drinking hot, and then that's a bad thing. But I lost. I'm not confident that 2 is Jack anymore. It's coming this way. It's not drinking like that. But I will say 2 and 3 are ahead of 4, hands down, so far on that. But I'm going to have to go back and back. You know, you can do the knick-knacking to try to figure out.
This one has way more of a nose.
It did when we started, but it was our first one, so I couldn't say anything really.
Well, I'm saying it now. It has like 4 nose right now.
Oh, it has a great flavor and great viscosity, too. Well, I'm down to a 3-way tie for first now. That is actually very good, whatever one is. And I had a feeling this was going to happen this way. Again, it doesn't matter what we think the bottles are. We're going to have to finalize on which one. I got to take a second taste, but that is still in my mouth. That is hanging.
Leaning towards one myself.
That is hanging. Oh, I agree with you. I'm not even. I 100% agree with you. That is hanging.
And whether I have the right bottles or not, that's irrelevant. It's that one. The nose is way better.
It's gonna be interesting how this one plays out. I don't know what bottle's what, but the viscosity and the follow through and the hang time and it is in the first 3 is so much.
It's way better than
much better than 4 is. So,
but this one might even be. I'm leaning this towards. I think it's better than 1, 2, and 3.
So again, it's going to be 1 second for you. It's going to be probably a long time for us because these are 3 banging bottles, whatever these first 3 are. And we're going to have to.
I don't even know if I have the right order, but
no, we're going to have to go head to head for a while. We may totally change. We may even switch the bottles. You're going to see in a second. We'll be back in a minute. So we are back, and we are not lacking of debating. I got to be honest. We don't agree on the top 2. We agree on the bottom 2.
Yeah.
But I will say, whatever 1 and 3 are, we're leaps and bounds better than 2 and 4. That's the one thing we're going to agree on.
I say leaps and bounds only because of what would as the 4.
As the 4, any one of them would have drank
by themselves.
And be happy.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, you are.
I personally switched. I think now it might be the soft wheat in 2 and Jack in 3. The more I kept going back to it, the more I was getting, and that's why I ended up. And not because it was Jack. There is a sweetness that goes in there, and I'm getting a little bit better ride. The viscosity might be a little bit better in 1. I just like the wild ride in 3, and he picked the viscosity part.
And I did get the flavor, so I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean 1 and 3 up. You could on any given day, I could pick a different one. They're good, and 4 fell off. 2 was good.
4 was quick. It was a quick drinker.
4 fell off for us. So I'm going to be interested to see what it actually comes out to because I'm pretty curious on to see. We picked these bottles. Doesn't matter what we picked, or I picked these. You actually still think that Jack is 2, right?
Nope. I got to read my Red Rose.
4 roses.
Yeah. Hot. I got Holiday. And then I got Jack, and then I have Bottle and Bond.
Oh, so you switched it?
Yeah, I kept it the same.
No, because I switched it.
Oh.
So you didn't keep it the same. Because I put Jack as the 3rd one now. I just was getting that banana nut bread out of that one. So
no, I have
6 of one, half a dozen of another.
I have it the same. But
let's see what ranking we actually have. I'm going to go off of Mike's because that seems to work. So our last place one we both agree on. Just make sure you get the right pad and you get all the right stuff.
We're in there. Look at me. Spectacles going and everything.
Glass number 4, and it's what you put in glass number 2.
Glass number 2 was Ben Holiday 7-year.
The Bottle and Bond. Okay. That's what I thought.
No, 7-year.
Yep, that's this one. The Bottle and Bond. Ben Holiday. He doesn't write down the right stuff. That's just Holiday red wheat. Is that what your R is? Because you don't know what the hell you wrote down?
No, this is Holiday Ballin' and Bond, and
that's this one. This is Ben Holiday Bottle and
I got
Bond.
it.
All right, so we got that one right. Good golly, Miss Molly. All right.
So that was what?
Do you feel my pain yet? Do you feel it? All right. So here we go. So we both agreed our glass number 2. What's the matter?
I don't know. I put 2, but I don't understand why I got a number 2 here. That should be number 4. Go ahead.
So our third place bottle we agreed on was glass number 2, and it's what you put in glass number 4.
Holiday Ball and Bond.
All right. So that would be the red wheat. That one. All right. So our Mike's first place bottle, which would be my second place bottle on this one, was in glass number 1. And that is what you put in glass number 3.
4 roses.
So 4 roses. So that I did go 4 for 4. So my first place, Mike's second place on this one is the Jack Daniels Bottled in Bond. And again, between 1 and 2, but for Roman Carter, you suggested this. 100% agree. These two beat these two, and both of these are less money
for both of us.
So 100%. So whether we picked the first or second, or first and second, it doesn't matter which way you went. That's why I like that, because I thought it might actually work out this way, and it 100% does. These are good on their own, but these two are just better. They're just better.
And we can't get them.
We can't get them, which makes it easier for us.
But
so
we don't have nothing to do with our decision, though.
No, 100%. It does. The 4 roses and the Jack Daniels were a step above these two,
and that's kind of
regardless of price. They just tasted better.
They did.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. Thank you again, Roman. And I know someone else, I didn't write down your name, suggested something else. So being that the red wheat beat the regular one, you did suggest something else according to this. So I may throw it in a future Sunday Funday, because it's just good to see. I don't mind putting these up against stuff, because, you know what, they are charging a premium, even though they are a crafter, more of a craft distillery. And
yeah,
some of the staples are beating them, and that's why we do this, because
it is kind of why we do it. It's only because, do you need to spend that $70?
No,
$60,
and it's limited. This sits on shelves. This doesn't. The Bottle and Bond sits on shelves.
Bottle and Bond does. So
I drank it. I'll confess, I actually drank it. But you know what? We this is the one we have. But it doesn't matter. Either way, they both would have dominated over the other two. So, well, there you go. That's Sunday Funday. If you want to see a future Sunday Funday, leave a comment down below, because I love doing yours more than I love doing the ones that we come up with. But that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.